Nobody cares at all. The pain of losing him once was unbearable. I can't lose him again.
Quietly. Quiet. By seed and spleen, stranger, you must help me. My people have been taken by a Daedra, known as Fate Stealer. Raiders. The dark-skinned ones attack, hoping to take our mine and make us slaves once more. They even summoned a Daedra. That was a mistake. The Daedra took everyone away, Argonian and Raider, and only left their soul crystals behind. My people and even some enemies languish in the Daedra's Oblivion realm. The Raiders seized an Argonian gel called fire sap. Find some. It should overheat the crystals and cause them to crack. Then you can return my people.
I'm free and in your debt. I'm free and in your debt. I can hardly believe it. I'm free. I'm free and in your debt.
It's so good to see everyone free again. I mean, almost everyone. My father, Last Water, the Daedra still has him. He tried to stop Fate Stealer. His stone is in the main campsite. I'm sure Fate Stealer will not give up her prize willingly.
Nightpash knew the terms when he summoned me!
What? Who? Where is my ex-spawn? Neeposh, is your brain shell cracked? Bargains with Daedra? I am ashamed. How could Neeposh have done such a stupid thing?
I don't know what to say. The shame of it makes my scales brittle. But yes, I summoned it. I could not bear to see another victim fall to the raiders. I couldn't let them take our mine, so I reached out to Fate Stealer. All of us were scorched.
control you, Daedra. Obey us. I will recite the invocation.
claws are sharp, traveler. My spawn does not deserve the kindness you visited upon his scaly hide. On behalf of the rest of us, I thank you.
The three guide your steps. Need something? The three guide your steps.
Hold there, Sarah.
Help me. I have nothing.
I've got a message for you. It's a message from Drathus Othral, the leader of the Dark Elf Quarter in Ebenhart. He sends his compliments, and he wants you to help the town resist a nearby Covenant invasion. No, he just needs you to talk. House Drez isn't popular. The Nords and Argonians in Ebenhart won't speak to him. And the other Dark Elf houses don't like the Drez much either. Convince the townspeople to work together. Then speak to Othral.
Have we been led into...
Mother Almalexia teaches us that work is good for the soul. I believe her, but I wish that sleeping was good for the soul too. The three keep you, traveler. Are you willing to risk heresy to save the soul of Ebenhart? The disciple of our tribunal temple has lost his faith. He says the three no longer speak to him. He sent me to pray for him at shrines to Almalexia, Vivek, and Sothasil, just outside town. But I was driven away by a foul smell and angry Aelith. I don't know. The smell may have driven the beasts into a frenzy. Perhaps, if you'd be willing, would you burn these flowers at each shrine? If the three respond, tell Disciple Sildris. Perhaps that will restore his faith. I'll pray for an answer to your voice at the shrines. Praying for prayers. Perhaps Vivek will appreciate how circular that is. I don't know why Sildris thinks the three would abandon us. We have observed all the proper rites. These flowers, for one. Roland's tears, the rarest of the gold carnet and sacred to the three. It is a powerful offering.
Rats in the supplies. Lord Vivek sent them, I know it. Just as in the scriptures, a living parable.
You hold a knife one way, it cuts through an onion. Hold it another way, and it cuts through 3 orcs in no time flat. Screams, carnage. Sorry, what can I get you?
Greetings.
Hello there.
Greetings.
My Lady Almalexia bids you carry a message to Disciple Sildris. Ah, you are the child whose soul was stolen. My lady is concerned for you. Almalexia is the merciful healing mother of the Dunmer. She is the most beloved of the tribunal. I am merely a servant and messenger of my lady, not a teacher or priest. Seek the temples and libraries to learn more. Perhaps in time, you may speak to Almalexia herself. The tribunal does not abandon their people. Just as a parent shelters children from dangers they cannot comprehend, the three shelter the Dunmer from threats beyond their ken. Tell him that my lady is mindful of his doubt and fear. There is no shame in either, so long as he helps others bear their burdens. By helping others, his fears will be allayed. But if he spreads his despair, my lady will chastise him.
Have you ever spoken with an Ashkan? They look right into your soul.
We want no trouble, Outlander. My injury doesn't keep me from stringing a bow. A Nyx hound attacked our caravan. He savaged my leg and carried off one of our guar. No. Lately we've sighted savage creatures in the wastelands. They're more than a match for our tribe's hunters. Great rewards await any hunter who can bring them to ground. The first is Varnog, a feral nixhound. The next is worse, Bliger, a vicious and territorial bullnetch. Worst of all is a clanfear named Gerlisk. He is the least vicious of the three, but look what he did to my leg. We met him on the road southeast of Ebenhart. Our best guess is he escaped from a goblin tribe, or ate them. He floats along the shore west of here. Do not ask me the origin of his name. I assume it stems from the way netches float through the air. Strange story, that. Summoned by an old conjurer who lived in the hills east of Kragenmoor. The conjurer died, but it stayed. No one knows why, and no hunters ever tracked it to its lair. We drove our Gua here to trade. The Ashlands give our tribe many things such as food and shelter. They aren't as generous with medicinal potions or steel. Ha! Even if we would have the housemen, they wouldn't have us. They won't even let us within their walls to trade. We must stay outside, bedding with their animals. But because they're heretics. Or because we are, whichever you prefer. We hold true to the faith of our ancestors. The worship of Azura, Boethia, and Mephala. They believe the three elders of their tribunal are gods. We know the truth. The so-called three are murderers and necromancers. Now? Here? No, I've already said too much. I have no love for the housemen. My people need their wares. Ask someone else. The first is Varnog, a feral nixhound. The next is worse, Bliger, a vicious...
The Wise Woman's Voice by the fire last night. It's like she was singing just for me. Have you ever felt that way?
Wealth beyond measure, friend. Look for your worth within.
Keep the ash from your eyes and your feet firmly planted. That's what I say.
By dawn and dusk. What?
I'll be at this a while.
Where did you get those clothes? They look like gifts from the web spinner herself.
Greetings. Travel in the Ashlands can be...
Looking to shape some metal? I've got what you need. We put hammer to anvil to forge armor and weapons. This requires a lot of metal. We scour hills and caves looking for rare ores to work. Raw materials will only take you so far. You need style books and special ingredients for more advanced work. You bet. Well, the piece can be augmented.
Hello there.
Avani's fires must be tended. Always dries my scales.
Greetings. What do you need? We tan, weave, stitch.
The city of Ebenhart welcomes the pet.
They tell me you brought the Nords, Argonians, and Dunmer together to defeat Balrath. done with you yet. You're too late. I found him. The Red Guard is mine.
Merrick ran off after some other Daedra. Get after him. Don't let her take him.
Hail!
Won't you take pity on me?
Does no one care?
Help someone in need?
I tried to drink at the inn. I think I'll stick with our own mead. I can't take this local stuff. It's made out of mold or something.
I tried the drink at the inn, but I tried the drink at the...
I tried to drink at the inn.
I signed up to guard these wagons for the money. And guarding's the only thing I take money for. You got that?
Honor for the pact, they says. What brings you to this god's-forsaken dark elf dunghole? The beer in this land is fit only for pigs. Good thing we brought our own. Have the elves asked you to help beat back the Covenant yet? Duh. To Sovngarde with them. Aye. The milk drinkers landed to the west at that big yellow tree thing. Now the Dres have got their skirts in a twist. Oh, please save us, big strong Nords. Fancy lads, the lot of them. They think Nords only exist to save elven asses. Bring them on. We don't skeever out of a fight. When we're attacked, we fight. I wager you think we should fight for the rest of the pact. All right. Prove they've got some backbone. Let's see you beat 3 of my men, and do it the Nord way. We fight drunk. We've got a keg of fine, strong mead from Riften right here. Pour yourself a mug and get to it. Unless you're too fancy, of course. You want us to help drive off the daggers? You better prove the rest of the pack can fight like a Nord. Get yourself a drink, grab a weapon, or a Ponzi spell if that's your preference, and duel 3 of my soldiers.
I signed up to guard these wagons for the money. And guarding's the only thing I take money for. You got that? You could only beat me if I was blind, stinking sober. And I'm not.
This won't take long. Back to drinking.
We perform an important service, you know? If not for us, the Dark Elves would never see a massive log, or a long, smooth piece of wood. Especially the Lady Elves, if you know what I mean. I tried the drink at the inn. You're clever, you are. Let's see how well you take a blow. Come at me! I yield, friend. Good fight. I tried the drink at the... I'll chop your head clean off! Oh, I quit!
I signed up to guard these wagons.
You want us to help drive off the daggers? You better prove the rest of the pack can fight like a Nord.
I tried to drink at the inn. I tried to drink at the...
You want us to... We fight drunk! You want us to help drive...
We perform an important service, you know.
I signed up to guard these wagons.
Doesn't anybody want to hear my funny story?
Yeah, I work with this lot of rowdy
Good day. What are you drinking? Are you asking for a challenge? Don't be timid. Well, you're tougher than you look.
Good day. What? Good day. Are you asking? Try to put up a decent fight. All right, you got me. Say, you're not bad.
Well, you're not half bad, I'll give you that. I said I would, and I don't go back on my word. I hope the rest of the Pact fights like you, not that milk-drinking Urano. Ravel Urano, that dark elf here before you. He kept asking to buy our lumber so we'd leave town. I told him no, we had a contract to keep, but he offered to double it. No one pays that much for wood, even good rift spruce. What a skeever. Don't know and didn't ask. His story smelled like last week's fish. Whole time we were talking, he kept looking around for a crack to ooze through, sweating like. The boys ran him off with a few light cuffs to the head. He hasn't come back since. Right. Things like that. They're exactly why we keep to ourselves in the Elven lands. That and the bad food. Anyway, you're all right. Tell that fancy Othrol we'll fight. Come back and drink with us again sometime.
Ah, you're a good drinking mate, friend. Come back and join us again sometime. Try to put up a decent fight. Well, you're tougher than you look.
Yes?
Hail.
You never know where the river will take you. Why not buy something on the way?
Hello there.
I appear at my lord's behest. Or perhaps I was always here, and you merely lacked the ability to see me. Vivek is a warrior poet, the ruthless and elegant soul of his people. He guides and protects all. Sharp of eye and tongue is he. Long is his reach. Longer is his spear. How can this question be on the lips of anyone in Morrowind? The sermons of Vivek are beside every bed. Vivek's psalms are sighed from every maiden's lips. His wisdom makes his people as hard, capable, and enduring as the poet himself. All know Vivek, for Vivek would have it so. Actions carry conviction better than words. A skilled poet arranges for others to be where they should be, when they should be, to fulfill his needs and desires. Yet the question Sildras asked was not the one in his heart. A man of poisoned words put doubt in Sildras's heart. He said the poet is less than he once was. Tell the disciple that Vivek's words and wit and way of war are as keen as always. What is Vivek beyond these?
Fine goods for sale.
The shrines are outside the city, north, southeast, and southwest. Vivek's shrine is across the river to the southwest of Ebenhart. Almalexia's is to the southeast. The shrine to Sothasil is on an island north of the Argonian Quarter. Burn the flowers at each shrine. They're a rare variety of gold carnet called Roland's Tears, and are sacred to the three. I pray they hear you. The shrines are outside the city.
Sothasil lives always in the world mechanism. May he dwell there forevermore, as he reshapes Nirn and guards the Dunmer.
I don't know if I can go on.
Almalexia's blessing be upon you. Her grace will see us through the ward of the Three Banners, even if we do have to bring the Nords and Argonians with us. Praise Vivek.
I acknowledge and love Sothasil, as befits one of the three. But truly, the wizard frightens me.
Hail.
Why must I suffer?
Go with the Tribunal's blessing. In the name of the Lord, Mother, and Wizard.
May the grace of the Mother, Lord, and Wizard keep you safe.
Hello there.
How many lifetimes of lament must we travel?
I know every tract in the temple. I've read every prayer. And still I don't understand why good things happen to Argonians.
Go with the Tribunal's blessing. In the name of the Lord, Mother, and Wizard.
Nothing to do but keep at it.
Sothasil.
Greetings.
No charge to have a look.
Friend, a moment of your time. Honor to you and your house, traveler. Say, you look like a smart one. Any interest in a business arrangement? Stonefalls is under attack, and some of the finer things in life are suddenly precious. Certain goods can be very lucrative when paired with the right buyer. Take wine, for instance. Steal? Such an ugly word. Procure. I'd like you to procure a single precious bottle of white gold tower. A former war wizard has it now. Just replace her bottle with this identical bottle filled with cheap rotgut. We'll both profit. Just let me know what I can do to help. She used to serve in the Morrowind army as a war wizard. I think the explosions were too much for her. After she retired from service, she opened the Ebony Flask with Darvinil Sarvel. Not exactly, but then again, that's your side of this business, isn't it? My only advice is to talk to the Night Flowers at the inn. In their line of work, they learn all the best secrets. Just let me know what I can do to help.
Hello.
What do you want?
I hope your arrival will prove a boon to Ebenhard. The residents are at each other's throats. Beyond, no one will work together. Each faction has a different reason. Which would you like to know about? I wish I knew their complaint. They refused to talk to us. I even went to speak with their quarters leader, Sashajar. She accused me of plotting to kill a tree, as if I cared about such things. Our people love fighting, it's our nature. We fight the land just to survive. Only the Dunmer's natural superiority allows us to flourish in this wasteland. Lately, our people have been demoralized. Even disciple Sildrus at the Tribunal Temple expects defeat.
Hail.
Vivek, guide your steps, soldier. We're holding them. In some places, we're barely holding on, but we're holding them. But I wish I hadn't invoked the Brother of Strife. I do. I wish I hadn't been needed here. I should have aided the effort at Ash Mountain. The Brothers depend on old magic from another time. They have no place in Stonefalls today.
Troll's blood, I was hoping you'd show up here. Kain blessed us with a victory at Ash Mountain, but we're still fighting those milk-drinking Covenant bastards. West of us, they've locked horns with Vivek's antlers, and I've heard rumors. A scout from the northwest border made it to the city, bloody and bruised. He said a force was marching on Fort Virak. If they take Virak, they're on the doorstep of Riften, up in Skyrim. Those dagger bastards. To Sovngarde.
Welcome in the name of the Three. How do you like Ebenhart? I spent much of my childhood here, living with my mother's family. Some of my fondest memories are of playing with my father on the shore of the bay. I learned to fight with the troops in the square. In the wake of Balrus' rampage, it goes well. Seni will be rebuilt, and ash from the volcano will actually help the farms, at least in the long run. It's been hard, but Dane Seath will prosper.
Sun on my scales, welcome. You have seen my cousins in the Argonian Quarter, I hope? Are you asking if we're comfortable? None of us are comfortable outside Black Marsh. Too dry, too open, too bright. Still, at the moment, we're treated well, and the history will soon be cleansed. Before I was here, I cared about the rain only when it fell on my tribe. Now I must worry about Stonefalls and this pact. The reeds can bend to the wind, but I must not.
My father's the best armorsmith in all the Ashlands. Just ask him.
The guild has need of you, comrade. Well met, comrade. I have an urgent message from the guildmaster.
Shall I dance for you, my lord? I've studied under many masters of the art. I'm sure I could hold your attention for hours.
May I get you a drink, my lord? Perhaps a tune on the lute? I've been told my fingers are quite gifted.
Interested in a room? I've got a nice one. Cool breezes.
Get away from that!
If bloody Darvinil sings that damn Cliff Racer song one more time...
You have a look about you. Some sort of quality that's rare to find. And trust me, I'm never wrong about these sort of things. Can I interest you in a room at the local inn? Actually, look, empty rooms are just bad for business. The upkeep alone costs me more than the place is worth. But I think we can come to a sort of arrangement. And not the sort of arrangement that involves a few drinks, let me be clear about that. I need someone to improve the reputation of my properties. A hero type who people look up to. And I have a feeling about you. You've done something great and are probably on the way to do something greater. Seems like we can help each other here. Yeah, all right. Details. I can see how this might be a bit sketchy, but don't worry. The inn-room is well kept, conveniently located. I know you adventuring types wanting a home in every town. This would be a nice addition to your holdings. No catch. I just need someone to freshen up my image. And my gut tells me you're the one to do that. As long as you're not planning on turning it into a skooma den or an outlaw's refuge, the room is all yours. Oh, sure. You can set up some crafting stations, house your pets, display any treasures or trophies you've come upon in your adventures. Hey, you can even set up a target dummy to practice combat. Just don't demolish the place and we're good. Excellent. You won't regret this decision, I swear. Here's the deed and key to the room. Took me a while, but I finally was able to take them back from the last tenant. Required more time in the sewers than I had hoped for, but hey, that's business. Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have any trouble with the neighbors. If you do, remember death threats are not the way to go. Had a spot of trouble when my last tenant started sending those out. Nope, just make yourself at home. Spruce things up a bit. Honestly, I can't wait to see how you arrange the place. Hopefully you'll end up with a few less Daedric shrines than another former tenant of mine. Like 0. 0's a good number. Oh, what a relief. I can't tell you how hard it is to wash bloodstains off of cobble floors. But that's not even the worst of it. I've had tenants cram their rooms with the wildest things. Mounts, foliage, assistants. I mean, it's an inn room. I own this and several other properties throughout Tamriel. It pays to diversify. Of course, that means I've got to look out for a variety of troubles, too. But hey, no one ever said the real estate business was easy.
From chastising nerd. Then clockwork whispered
Off with you, troll bait! You're ruining the show!
And what he said no mortal can know. From dread day
Oh, I'm afraid you'll have to wait your turn, my lovely. Do you mind?
How about a little game of chance? I have terrible luck, but that's bound to change, right? Lady Fedrosa. I don't care for her, actually, but the money here at the Ebony Flask is good. If it wasn't, Amula and I would have cleared out long ago. She's just too jumpy. They say the Akaviri War made her twitchy. She's easily startled by the strangest things, like lizards. Those lizards infesting the Argonian Quarter drive her crazy.
Could I interest you in a game of chance? I don't hate her, but there's no love lost between the Nightflowers and Fedrasa. She regards us a necessary evil. She doesn't even partake of our talents. Plus, she's incredibly jumpy. My guess is she's caught one too many fireball blasts in the war. She still hates loud noises. There's an alchemist next door who's constantly testing flash powder and sulfurs. If she hears so much as a pop, she jumps right out of her skin.
Excuse us. This is a private matter.
By the three. If you don't stop leering and go away...
Hello.
I'm sure your time here will be pleasant. Just keep your coin purse close.
Comrade, a word. Well met.
Another stranger swims into our... I have no quarrel with you. We shall speak. But know that if you would help those trying to murder our Hist, I will speak with my teeth instead of my tongue. It's dying. It was never healthy. This isn't Black Marsh after all. So in the last few weeks, it's withered. We've learned that House Drez is poisoning it. It's not enough to have enslaved us for generations. Now they want to carve our hearts out. The best we can do is fertilize it. We're using mud crab meat wrapped in ash reed. Both are common around the quarter. We've also set guards around the tree to keep the Dunmer away. If you wish to aid us, gather the items I requested. Ash reeds grow in the tide pools in our quarter, and mud crabs thrive on the shores nearby. Gather some of each and present them at the roots of our Hist. Some of our people heard a dark elf talking to others of his kind. He asked if they'd seen the Drez rowing out to our Hist tree. He saw jars of poison in the boat.
That's not hard to believe. Ravel Urano. My people overheard him at the inn. He was drunk and talking too loud. No one spoke to him directly. It's never been wise for an Argonian to confront a Dark Elf. Especially lately. We're far from Black Marsh. No, but it's not difficult to believe, is it? The Dres think we're little more than animals. But the Pact freed us. What they can't enslave, they destroy. The Dres have always regarded Argonians as little more than savage children. We needed to be civilized, so they uplifted us by putting us to work as slaves on plantations and in mines. No more. Now we speak beside them in the council.
Speak! Wizard, mystic, master of the Clockwork City, an architect of time and a binder of oblivion, one who masters the tools that mastered others. Does this answer satisfy? Good. Seek. Learn. When you are prepared, find the master. He will be interested to hear your conclusions. All prayers are heard, not all are acknowledged. Every small cog drives a greater gear. Each is necessary, otherwise the whole collapses. When any cog shivers from the stresses on it, the master feels it. But the load he assigns it is no more than he knows it can bear.
Greetings.
What do you have there? We are allowing no one to approach the Hist, especially strangers claiming they wish to help us. We just caught a dark elf trying to poison the tree. Your words smell fair, but tasting is proof. Let me see what you have there. Yes, I erect the spine of apology. While you were away, we caught a dark elf defiling our Hist. Please, apply the fertilizer you've gathered to the base of our Hist. As long as I'm with you, the guards will let you through. One of our guards is escorting him to my lodge. He seems half mad. He was doing something to the tree, and apparently he is of House Dres. Let this one through. He's done. Meet me back at my lodge.
This isn't a good time.
What is it?
What is it?
Don't take my shoes. My toes might grow into the earth.
What do you want?
It seems we have proof that the Dres are trying to murder our tree. While you were gathering mud crab meat and reeds, the guards caught him trying to harm our Hist. We can't get anything out of him but his name and house. Seems the rumors were true. House Dres is trying to murder our Hist. He was scratching at the bark, licking our tree. When the guard shouted at him, he dropped an empty bottle. Now he's very ill. The truth is as plain as the face of Masser. You may do as you wish, but his mind is boiling. His words skitter like a mud crab in a pan. You will gather no moisture from this one.
I can feel the spores on my fingertips. Can't wipe them off. Have to cut them off. Someone, give me a knife. Please! What did I do? What did it do to me? I see. I feel. I'm awake. I touched it. It smelled like flowers and black earth. It tasted like rain and summer wind and the deepest green. He said the tree's sap would be better than skooma. He was right. He said the Argonians might be angry. Do you think they're angry? To me, they always look angry. It's the teeth. He gave me the bottle, said it was for the tree. I thought it was skooma. I tasted it. It was bad. I fed it to a lizard. He didn't like it either. He died. The bottle broke. How can I fill it with sap? I never saw him before. I asked him for coin to get more skooma. He was a Dunmer. Someone called him Bravil? Weevil? Wabberjack? Ravil, that's it.
Ravel? I can't believe it. Ravel! Ravel Urano claimed he saw House Dres poison our history. Then he gave a bottle to this tree-licking waste of flesh. I smell worm scat. Someone has been playing us for fools, and I no longer believe it's House Dres.
Hello.
I can feel the blessings upon you. It's a power I've not felt myself for many years. I see. I hadn't considered there might be threats more grave than the Covenant invasion. You would think, given all we know of the treachery of Cold Harbor, that I would see that. What of Sotha Seal? I am ashamed. The three have shown more faith in me than I have in them. I dread asking this, but what of Lord Vivek? Ha! Yes, I should have known. Vivek is the most subtle of the three. It's true, I've been counseling a Dunmer who questions his faith. He told me the Tribunal are losing their powers. Only indirectly. We see the three less every year. They no longer make their annual pilgrimage to Red Mounting on Vardenfell, and no one knows why. It all seemed so convincing when he said it. His name is Ravil Urano. He hasn't come to pray for days now. He was in such despair. I think he'd even stopped bathing. The last time I saw him, he smelled terrible, like fresh offal. What? Have I been a fool? I questioned my faith for the flimsiest of reasons and caused others to question theirs. I have much to do to correct my failure. I wish I knew why Ravil Urano's doubting words were so compelling.
Again and again.
There is an urgent task for you. What's that smell? Did another stinking lizard get in here? We don't serve Ashlanders here. The Dres have, suggested we shouldn't take their money.
Cliff Racer flies so high, flying so high. Oh, sorry. Old folk song from Vardenfell. What can I get you? Troubled times, my friend.
What's that distinctive bottle I see peeking from your pack? Masterfully done. Truly a procurement worthy of praise and reward. It's an honor and a privilege doing business with you, friend.
Have our town's fortunes improved? That's a great relief. Well done. The Covenant troops haven't left their encampment to the west, but it's only a matter of time before our inactivity encourages them. I don't know this, Mer. Why would he cause so much trouble? Perhaps he's an agent of Sheer Gorath. That's an unpleasant thought. The Daedra of Chaos is worse than any mere Covenant army. Can you aid me further? Ravil must have a house in town. I'd like you to find it and watch him. I'd like to see myself, but I'm sure he'll recognize me, so I'll need to cast a spell on you. Commoners would call it a scrying spell, but I'm beyond such crude hedge magic. It will enable me to see and hear what you do. Furthermore, I'll be able to speak to you. Search for Ravil's home. I expect it's on the west side of town. You should be able to hear me now.
For the love of the three!
There he is. Let's follow him.
Merchants to the great houses.
Hey, Ravel! No waffle today. The temple's forbidden all sales.
Quiet, fool. I paid you for your discretion, remember?
Look here. It's that fancy sword was in our camp. Hey, fancy man. Fallen on any swords lately? Saying we shouldn't help the Dunmer? Like a Nord would ever turn down a fight.
Get away from me, brigand.
Hey, Ravel! No waffle today. The temple's forbidden all sales.
Quiet, fool. I paid you for your discretion, remember?
Look here. It's that fancy sword was in our camp. Hey, fancy man. Fallen on any swords lately?
Get away from me, brigand.
Honest merchant. Trust this one.
Merchant to the great houses.
Hey, Ravel! No waffle today. The temple's forbidden all sales.
Quiet, fool. I paid you for your discretion, remember?
Fine goods for sale.
Look here. It's that fancy sword was in our camp. Hey, fancy man. Fallen on any swords lately? saying we shouldn't help the Dunmer? Huh. Like a Nord would ever turn down a fight.
The drunk one took your advice, Silvertongue. He now regrets it. For shame.
It was just idle talk, friend. I assure you, I had nothing to do with it.
He went into that shack. Wait for him to leave. He's out. That was fast. Try to get inside that shack.
Ofer. What now, Ravil? So you're the meddler who undid all of Ravel's work. Such a waste of my time.
That woman wore a Covenant uniform.
Only the finest merchandise.
What are you doing here? You won't take me! Cornell gave me potions!
The guards heard fighting. I assume you found more inside than just evidence? Having him alive might have been useful, but having him dead is just as good. The ritual items in the shack on the docks and his belongings might tell us something more.
You're going to brave my wrath?
What is it? Well?
Doesn't seem like I'm getting much
This
done
work
here.
never ends.
Hello. Yes?
The guild requests your help.
Hail.